In this video, we're going to talk about decision making. And this is it is a skill of the highest order, and I don't think we talk about it a lot. In fact, I don't know if many of you know, I used to be a professional track athlete, and we used to practice, obviously we're working our bodies and stuff. When I transitioned into tech and eventually started being a manager, a lot of what came to mind was, how am I practicing decision making? Because I was asked to make so many decisions on a given day. Some of them had a long-term impact on the company. Some of them were trivial. And so we start to think about, like, is this something that can be taught? And if there are people that came in that we didn't necessarily feel that had great decision-making prowess, like, could we get them to that level? And so there's a couple of things I have to think through and this is, it's a work in progress for myself, right? And so a couple of things for me is, number one, great decisions are shaped. You're thinking about different points of view. So you're taking into consideration of different points of view. Sometimes we're thinking a lot of decisions I make attack the symptoms and not the root cause. And so we always want to do deep root cause analysis that also, ties into that, making sure we're getting different viewpoints. We want to make sure that we have clearly defined, next steps or the things that we're going to do. We feel very good about them. We want to make sure we have a holistic impact of the problem. So if we take option A, what's the impact? And not just my department, but the other 3 departments. I call it the downstream effect. Also, with that, we want to think about what are the short-term and long-term impact that we're not even thinking about. And then the last thing, which is very important, is have we communicated well with all our stakeholders about how is it that this thing is going to impact us? The question for you, how do you practice decision making? Or is that something you think that you need to get better at?